So this was revealed today. It was teased long ago in sketch form, but this is the premium format that Sideshow has teased today, obviously hyping up for May the 4th Be With You, which is, I believe, going to take place on Saturday. Yeah, that's right, because my son's birthday is Sunday for Cinco de Mayo. But what do you guys think of this one? Looks pretty good to me.
I'll be at Fan Expo Philly for that day.
Yeah, I like it.
Think the likeness is there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
It's not perfect.
No, it's not perfect, but it looks good though.
He looks a little heavier, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
In the face, yeah.
Could be the angle.
A little chubby on the face, maybe.
If you squint, it really looks like him.
Yeah, that's right. The old squint test. That's right.
I'd have to watch the movie again. I think very often we get caught up on what the actor looks like today rather than what he looked like when he played a particular character.
That's a good point.
He was quite a bit younger when he was in this movie.
That's a very good point. So anyway, that'll be. I'm sure we'll see more as this week rolls out. And I'm assuming the lightsaber will light up, but I'm not sure yet.
I am sure they confirmed it today.
They did. They did confirm it will light up. Thank you. Thank you,
Charles
Jeff.
Barkley.
This was a teaser from Blitzway this week. Rooted hair version of Scarface.
Oh,
Tony Montoya. Nice.
It's really
Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah, hello. It looks awesome.
Yeah, looks good to me.
Yeah.
the sculpted hair one looks really good too.
That's awesome. Has this gone up for pre-order yet at all, like the original one, or is it neither one have gone up for pre-order yet?
Well, based on that, it looks like tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if like the sculpted had gone up yet.
No.
Okay. Yeah, that looks great. Blitzway's been on a roll.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going to price it like Rocky. Rocky was only what, $650?
That's not bad.
So if they do that with Scarface, boy, they're doing great stuff.
Yeah, they'll sell a ton of him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's got such a wide following, just like the music industry and movies, and like, he's a very popular character. I don't know if you guys saw this today. This went up at Sideshow.
Yeah.
This is $3,000.
Yeah, I'm going to get two. I'm going to use them as bookends.
Yeah.
Well, this is Yadro. This is what they do.
I'm waiting for the blue variant to come out.
What am I missing here? Is it made of gold? Is that right? Is it like the gold belt is real gold or something?
Well, I don't know. If you go into 20 years, I'm not sure about today, but 20 years ago, if you went into a really nice department store, you would find a selection of Yadro. And usually they end up in your grandma's curio cabinet, but they've always been really, really expensive. They're super high-end stuff. We look at this and it doesn't compare to the stuff we're getting from statue companies, so we laugh at it. But Yadro's always been high priced.
Yeah, it makes me really sad just looking at this thing.
It did say it was made from it's made from porcelain.
This is like something you buy at Hobby Lobby and paint with like a paint to go set or something, Ooh, $3,000.
And they're making 500 of them.
Good luck.
That's a lot of money.
That blew my mind. I just don't understand this at all. But.
That's
Okay.
Yadro.
Something I do understand. Absolutely gorgeous piece from Sideshow. This line has been something pretty special. What do you guys think?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah,
It's fun.
They're doing great with these dials.
Yeah, well, and you got to thank Maria Pamfilova. She's the one doing these, and she's doing a fantastic job.
I've become a really big fan of her. She just does, and she has such a wide variety of skills.
It's true.
Really beautiful characters, but she could do monsters too, and it's just very impressive.
Yeah, some of her stuff looks like Amilcar Fong did it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she does this, and it's just like, wow, what a range.
I'm really. It's new. It's refreshing. Like we keep saying the same old characters, but it's the same old characters, but it's different and it's new. So.
Well, I think this line has been really great. Obviously, this one's got a lot of flow to it. You got the cards going through the base, but there's so many X-Men fans, and I think especially with this X-Men '97 coming out, I just think it's really great timing by Sideshow.
Yep.
But it's just a fun piece. I've really liked all of them so far.
Yep.
Me too.
Yep.
Dan, you didn't get to join us, unfortunately, for our reaction show, so I'm anxious to hear your thoughts on some of these pieces from when we did the next level. What do you think about this one, the idea of a quarter scale Alex Ross line?
Well, I love the idea of a quarter scale Alex Ross line,
but
I don't believe. I think they. It's funny. Sometimes 3D doesn't translate well, right, from 2D. We've seen it happen before, and I think this is a sculptor taking the 2D a little bit too literal in 3D form. The neck should not be swallowing the head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, it looks exaggerated in a way that's not good. That to me, the proportions don't look right. Again, you know how I am. Everybody in the chat probably who's watched the show for some time, I'm a stickler for anatomy, and I understand here. Superheroes have exaggerated features and whatnot, but Superman typically doesn't. And I don't think this looks good at all.
me either.
And maybe they'll tweak it some. I'm not sure. Obviously, this is just the first image that Blitzway's doing these, so I think that's maybe they wanted to try to make it as realistic as possible. But sometimes things do get lost in translation.
I think you can make it look. I mean, you don't need to. Yeah, that just looks off. The neck just doesn't look right. And I know, we've all seen the Alex Ross Superman, and I understand how they could have got to this point, but I think it needs to be adjusted for the three-dimensional world.
Yeah.
Right. And they didn't do that here. Even the shoulders, the body, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Alex Ross's Superman is a bulkier kind of more mid 20th century kind of Superman. I get that, but even that I'm not sure is represented well here.
LBS did better with the pose. He's a little more
Exactly
about like a little back.
Yeah.
Exactly, Eric. I completely agree.
I like that they took a risk and went for a more realistic style, but I like Dan said, I don't think it translates well to. I think they just made it look too human like, too realistic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although I think the Batman might work better because he has the cowl, and then the Wonder Woman, you can't really tell yet.
Yeah, these are the pictures of the Wonder Woman and Batman that they didn't show, but there was like little teasers. But here we get to see kind of an idea of the pose. Obviously, that classic folded arms Batman, very famous, and then of course Wonder Woman as well. So I'm still anxious to see these, finalized. Obviously, they might still tweak it a little bit. These are still pending approval, so we'll see what happens with them. But those were shown.
Alex Ross is really particular about how he markets himself and his work. I would be shocked.
Did they use his name on this?
If he approved that?
Yeah. Is his name on it? Did they say?
I think so. Yeah.
It doesn't say it on this.
Yeah, I'd be surprised too if he.
But I think they did mention him.
Well, I mean, they're calling it the Justice line, and he did Justice. So
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we'll see.
The first time they used somebody's artwork and didn't credit.
That's true. That's a good point.
Oh, Capullo. Sorry, have a little sniffles there. Batman Batcave. Obviously, this was a big deal for them to finally say that this is coming summer of 2024. And then we have actually had some in-shot photos of him as well. What is your impression of this? Do you think this will still sell extremely well, guys?
yes,
I think it will.
I think it will. Yeah, I think it'll sell well.
I think they're going to price it reasonably and
I do
jack
too.
up the ES like crazy.
Yep, I agree. Jeff.
They need to.
I agree. I think these are going to be high ES.
Yeah. I think
Well,
they're going to
and
be
they should be.
bad boys for like 5 years to come.
They, you know what? They can't. Some people are thinking it's going to be over $1,000.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
don't think it will for economic reasons, but also because they literally introduced this segment during the show as offering these at a more affordable scale. If you're going to use those words,
Yeah.
you can't then price it higher than the original 1/3.
This is insane to see these side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny seeing them side by side, but at the same time, I've seen the third scale in person so many times where I was like, the base is just too wide. I mean, I get why they did it. It has to balance it out so he doesn't tip over, but it's crazy just seeing them together.
It is. And some people have kind of caught this. I don't know. I'm going to zoom in on this. Do you guys see these cats back here?
Yeah. I feel like they could have probably went a little bit bigger on the 1/4 base. It's still been okay.
You're thinking it's the Catwoman?
I do. I think it might have something to do with the Hush Catwoman back here, possibly.
Yeah, I saw that in one of the groups. Somebody
Oh,
said
look at that! I didn't even notice.
Yeah,
that.
there's
Yeah, it's got the two cats and then some sort of gargoyle thing here. It's back there on the table, but it doesn't look very big.
I was just going to ask, do you think it's quarter or third?
I don't
But
know.
there's a cat. I think I asked you guys. I was like, does it go to like the Blitzway Catwoman or anything? Or
I don't know. It almost looks like it could be like a proximity piece of some sort.
yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what that's going to be, but a lot of people were disappointed we didn't get to see that Hush Catwoman.
That's not the cat that comes with the fight for Catwoman, is it?
Nope.
That's I was like, yeah. I'm like, I don't know. It looks like a cat that goes to Catwoman.
Because there's a cat up here on the ledge, and then
Yeah.
there's a cat down below also.
Oh, I didn't see that
I
one.
missed
Okay.
that one. Oh, that's different.
So
That's
then there's like this vinery. So it's almost kind of like it's
Hush.
connected somehow to the poison ivy,
Yep.
which would be smart because they did that with the poison ivy with the Catwoman
Oh, yeah.
proximity.
That's a good point. Yeah, I see that now. Now that you said that, I see like the branch coming through, like a vine or something.
So I think there's a good chance that this could be like an EX proximity piece.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
So I just wanted to point that out to everybody.
If you look at, there's a hole right there, so it looks like something pegs in right
Yeah,
there.
right there, right by the cat.
Probably
Yep.
another branch or something. It looks kind of like
Probably.
when I had to repair the exclusive on my Ivy Hush. It looks very similar to the way they did that with the circular design and the way it pegged in.
So
Yep.
anyway, I
Yeah.
thought that was kind of a cool observation.
So looking at that picture, the one before, I mean, it looks so much smaller. But if you convert something from 1/3 to 1/4, shouldn't it be 75% of the size?
It should be.
So I think the original was like 42 inches tall.
Was he
Another-
oversized though? I don't know.
To me he does feel oversized. Like he is massive. But I actually really like the way they did the cape on the quarter scale. I think it's a better cape
Yeah, I agree.
with a much better flow to him.
I just wonder if it's still going to be like 31 inches tall.
It doesn't look it.
It doesn't, does it? But it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't. Right.
I don't know why either, but you would think it would be.
It looks like 27 or in that range.
I guess the base is quite a bit shorter as well, isn't it?
Oh,
A
yeah.
little bit, yeah.
I like
That-
the floating effect on the third scale better though. From whatever reason, maybe it's the cape is coming down more. I feel like it was better done on the third scale.
I've
I still
noticed
feel like
that-
it looks pretty.
I've noticed that the third in pictures, the third scale at a slight angle looks like he's leaning.
That was always an issue. Yeah.
Kind of like
Even,
leaning
even
forward.
there, even
Yeah, he
there,
looks-
he's leaning.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he's
some
so
of them
heavy.
did have that issue. Yeah.
Whereas the quarter looks straight up and down.
That's
It
true.
does, yeah. Well, it's
So-
it's newer.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think he'll be a lot lighter too.
Yeah, sure.
Homelander they previewed during the show as well. These are all going to be quarter scale. Also from Blitzway.
That looks like a very good likeness.
Yeah, it does.
I started watching this the other night, except I accidentally started from season 3, the season finale, instead of season 1.
Oh no!
Oh, don't do that.
Well, I'm I think 6 episodes into Fallout, and absolutely love that show. And so, but the boys will be next on my list.
All right.
They've also teased the Riddler. I was kind of critical of this piece because I wasn't really wowed by what I saw with the some of these cartoony images. And I said some things about Prime 1, and their creative director messaged me, and he was not real happy with what I was saying. But I'm just like, he knows how big of a fanboy I am for Prime 1. Like, I love Prime 1 stuff. He did want to make it very clear that this one is going to be extremely realistic, like all their other DC pieces. So
Well,
this
what
is
do
just
you reveal that then?
I know. Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, when have they ever done? I mean, it does look like a cartoon, but when have they ever done like a cartoon piece? I don't know why they showed this.
I don't either. I think it's because this is the artist concept, and so that's what they're showing. But he did want to make sure that everybody knew that it is not going to be cartoony like this. It's going to be their realistic style.
If
So-
it's realistic version of this image, it could be very good.
yes,
Yeah.
correct.
I think it's
It really could.
Yeah.
So
Especially
again,
with
there's
like that, like with the swap outs that kind of, that alludes to the movie and the newest movie. And I mean, this has a lot of potential if they're going realistic, but this is just kind of a design, a concept.
Yeah.
It would be really good.
So that's the one thing that made me really happy is the fact that it's not going to look like this.
Yeah.
Because I was really concerned with this.
And I think rightfully so. I think it was a rightful, concern to raise the flag, and he should understand that.
Yeah, I think so too. So anyway, this is coming from Prime One. Again, so some of the detail, the suit.
2026.
Yeah, I was just going to say, don't hold your breath.
It'll be a minute and $2,000.
Yeah.
This one I thought looked great. The Billy Butcher.
By the way, Chris, I'm sorry. Can we just go back to that? Just to what you just said as you transitioned.
Yeah.
You're right. It's going to be $2,000 shipped for this piece.
Sure.
It's going to be $350 for that really cool third scale Joker bust we saw from Chad.
Shipped.
Yep.
How's that for perspective?
It's actually because if you so it's $300 for that Riddler. If you buy from them and pay in full, it's $275.
Yeah.
So it won't even be $350 shipped for him.
I mean, come
And you're
on.
not going to have to wait, with respect 2-3 years, and what it's going to look like.
That's
So
a no-brainer.
what I have told Chad before is, let's say that you love this piece. You can still get it, but you're going to be able to get Tweeterheads way sooner and be able to have it in your collection. And then if you want to change this one out for that other Tweeterhead piece, you can. But that's what I love about the Tweeterhead pieces is it's going to fill the gaps.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have third scales, it's going to fill all these other gaps of characters they've never done. But if you don't have a third scale Riddler, this is going to fill that gap. And for way, way, way cheaper.
Even if I get this one, I'm still getting the Tweeterhead. Where does Chad ship from? California?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, I'm day one for that Riddler. I can't wait.
Me too.
Oh yeah, day one.
All of those Batman, but even the OG Catwoman looks phenomenal.
Yeah. And I wonder, he had mentioned at one point that maybe they were playing around with maybe doing a combo pack with the modern one and the older one. I don't know if they'll do that or not. But I just love that they're going to do some different versions of her because obviously some people love the classic and some people. I mean, imagine if Jeff Delaney has this great CGC with her on the cover from the 60s.
Yep, absolutely.
Or 70s, and then you have this sitting next to it. How awesome would that look?
Yep.
Yeah, I like that idea that Charles I think said that.
And by the way, Chris, he's got released that Riddler, release a Catwoman. Hush Catwoman, Chad, if you're watching. Hush Catwoman. I'm going to pair the Superman with my Hush third scale Batman. I'd pair the Riddler with him, and I would pair Catwoman with him.
Sure. It all works.
And it all works.
I mean, the main thing is, Chad, whenever we first started talking about the Riddler, he asked me, what do you want?
Yeah.
And I said, I want Hush Riddler. And that's what he delivered.
I mean,
it's that style.
If he really, from a competition standpoint, get those Hush dollars before Prime One.
Yep. 100%. If they're not going to do them, then Tweeterhead will.
Yeah.
And again, an extremely good price.
Yeah.
This one I think looks absolutely incredible. I'm so impressed with the likeness on that one. This one likeness is insane.
Oh, Keanu.
That's so cool.
All right, I got a personal story about Keanu Reeves. Dan's heard it, but and he geeked out. But my son, he's at SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design, and he's studying cinematography. So a lot of the rumor had it that Keanu Reeves was in town filming a movie. So he called me geeking out, and I said, "All right, well, you need to find him, get a pic." Well, a few hours later, he called me. Evidently, one of his professors worked on a movie with Keanu Reeves, and Keanu Reeves came to their class and taught their class.
Wow.
And kind of critique. He said, "Hey, is Miko in class?" So Miko's like, my son. He stood up. He goes, your professor showed me some of your short films. I really like your cinematography, and he got to meet him and hang out with him. So it was pretty cool.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's really neat.
Yeah. So I said, you got bragging rights for life on the other kids. But
Darn right. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Vengeance22, $1.99 super chat. Said Tweeterhead bus costs cheaper than Prime 1 shipping.
Yeah, there you go.
He's not wrong.
That's
No,
right.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole statue is cheaper than their shipping alone.
Chris, did I read right? You actually started watching the John Wicks? Well, the first one? maybe?
Yes, I watched the first one. I loved
Isn't
it.
it great?
Oh yeah, great
I
movies.
loved it. I can't wait to watch. It's just trying to find the time to sit down and watch a whole movie is not always easy for me right now. But it is. I loved John Wick. It was so good. Can't wait to see the next ones.
Yeah, I was late to them too, and I watched the first one, and I never do this. I binge watched the second one right after. I was like, I gotta know what happens in the second one.
So good. I hope maybe my son's birthday's this weekend, but maybe I'll have a chance to maybe watch it Saturday or try to watch something. So we'll see. Speaking of Keanu, we got the second one as well. We got the Neo as well from the Matrix. I don't like this one quite as much as the other one, but I think I just prefer like older Keanu Reeves at this point.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean,
Yeah, it's all right. I think the likeness is still good.
especially with the glasses. Yeah, it definitely looks like him.
Yeah,
I think through glasses. I think with glasses, it's easier to cover up the eyes and stuff.
Yeah, but even with that, I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Some great detail on that one. This was the Megan 1/3 scale statue. And they had some in-store photos of her. I thought she looked just incredible.
Still creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're a horror collector, this would be awesome in your
Yeah,
house.
it's so simplistic, but it's just the pose is perfect. I loved it. So
It's a really
always
fun movie if you haven't watched it. It's
It's
just
fun. It's
good
really
popcorn movie.
fun. Yeah, I agree.
Is it real graphic or not too bad?
Nah.
Not
No,
too bad. Yeah.
No, my 13-year-old daughter made me watch it. And I was like, I'm not into horror stuff, and she made me watch it.
Yeah. See, we don't ever watch horror stuff with our family, but that one I thought it looked good. This is that Lobo, like the Lobo who laughs or whatever. I can't remember the name of it, but
Everybody laughs.
yeah.
What was it? Frax or something?
Oh yeah, Batman who frags.
There we go. I don't know what that means.
Batman Who Frags. All
Yeah,
right.
this is the metal piece. I think it looks cool. I don't know if anybody asked for it, but I like it. Look at all these tentacles down here with the eyes coming up. That's pretty
They
fun.
can't make us a Riddler? Come on.
Yep. Yeah, I was gonna say. Well,
This was Prime 1, right?
Prime
Yeah.
one.
And they did so well with the last one. Did they already do a Lobo in
Yeah, that one did not do well.
third scale though, right?
Yeah, it was third scale, and so was that one.
That one's third scale too.
Yeah, but it didn't. The first one didn't sell very well. It didn't.
Yeah.
They used a different factory, and it didn't turn out as well.
I remember it had bad reviews with the paint or something.
Yeah,
Yep.
bad reviews on the paint. This one got a lot of traction for sure. This is that new Godzilla.
Yeah, this one is awesome. I love the tiny people on the base and the running away from Godzilla. It looks really cool.
Again, the textures are great.
Yeah.
Fun piece, and again, it's got a lot of interest from the community. It's going to be a pricey piece, but still fun. It's obviously got the light up feature as well.
Yep. Yep.
There's all the little people Jeff was talking about.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That's fun. Little subway, you got the building cut in half. Like there's a lot of cool detail on it.
Yep.
Look, this thing is nuts. They teased this. So this is going to be quarter scale.
Wow.
I love the idea, but you can see like it's got the people lunging forward like these knights coming off the base or whoever they are. But if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, thing is massive.
Yeah, that's their Aragorn piece on the left.
Yeah, that's full quarter right there.
Yeah.
Didn't we see the color renders to this on the show?
They just did like it was like a sepia tone something.
We saw it.
I have no idea what this is. Sorry, I've got 2 weeks worth of photos here, so I'm not exactly sure what this was. This was another Prime 1 reveal.
Looks like something from Tim Burton.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Oh, there it is.
Tim Burton.
Speaking of Tim Burton, I don't know if I told you guys, but they announced for Dallas Fan Expo, they announced Danny Elfman.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like $120 for his photo pro photo, and so I think I'm probably I'd really like to meet him.
Problem is when you do those photo ops, it's like literally a 0.75 seconds.
I know. I hate that.
I've never seen what he looked like, but he looks just as wacky as Tim Burton.
Yeah, he's super creepy looking. But it's like I have such a connection to that music, that I mean, not only like, Nightmare Before Christmas, but Batman and Beetlejuice, like just I love his
And
work.
Boingo Boingo.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I was gonna say that's where he got to start, right?
Ah, totally.
Look at this. This thing is nuts.
Looks like a CT scanner. With that thing that
You need, yeah, exactly. You need 15 dining room tables at Jeff Moore's house to put this thing together.
like a CAT scan machine.
That is nuts. Who has room for that? I don't even think I could fit that in this room. I probably could. But
That's
isn't that
huge.
nuts?
Can you imagine the cost of that and then shipping?
The shipping. Better start selling kidneys.
4 boxes at least.
At least.
Oh yeah.
They did the Batman half scale as well. They teased that. Again, I would have preferred a return suit.
Money
If it was
grab.
if it was a return suit half scale, I'd consider it.
You would? A half scale?
I don't like half scale, but I really want a return suit. And I don't think Prime One's going to do one.
It's odd that they went up instead of down to quarter. I guess they couldn't get the license, maybe.
Probably not. They would have sold 1 million at quarter.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I mean, imagine how many they would sell. It's crazy. This one I thought was beautiful. I really liked this one a lot.
Yep.
Just the texturing on her, like
Great sculpt.
you can see like her skin, like her skin texture.
Definitely
Just a beautiful piece. Look at that. Again, this is not something I'd buy, but I like the artistry of it.
You okay?
This was that Street Fighter piece that was on display in their store. I always like these store photos.
Chris, that would look great on the Rogues wall.
On this one right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it'll fit right in.
I really think you need that one.
I'll put it right next to Drag Queen Batman.
This belongs on TikTok or something.
I about lost it when she said that. Oh, it's Drag Queen Batman. Okay.
Drag Queen.
Ugh. So thanks everybody that watched that reaction. That was pretty funny. That and Marilyn Monroe Batman. So yep. But anyway, I thought these pieces looked nice. This one was really cool too. In store. This was another one they showed at their next level.
What is that?
That's cool.
This is from one of their video game pieces.
Wow. A lot of detail on that. Holy
And
cow.
this is
That's
the one that goes.
Horizon, I think.
That's right, Horizon.
Oh, okay.
And then it has this is like a companion piece to it.
Wow.
But a lot of detail. But I just thought she was stunning with all the detail.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Kind of Indian influenced,
A little bit.
Native American. Yeah, it's really nice. Anyway, I thought that was pretty neat to see him on display like
Yeah,
that.
look at the base too is crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
there's a lot going on.
Wow.
Like Indian / futuristic.
Yeah, this is another one that's a really big piece. But I don't. Is this Berserk?
Yeah. I think so.
Aliens they teased as well during the show. Obviously, all of this stuff does really well for them.
That'll be cool.
Dune also part 2 they teased. Oh, there's another piece of the aliens.
Yeah.
Little alien.
Little
Yeah, little baby alien. This was another one from the Transformers that they are doing that they had on display in the store.
Which
Yeah.
Transformers?
This is from that Beast movie.
Oh, did you guys watch that?
Nope.
No.
Nah.
I couldn't get through it. Was not good.
Did you go to the theater?
No.
I
I
kind of like
can't believe
it.
it's already out on streaming already.
Oh yeah, for a while now.
Okay.
I just I couldn't get more than like 20 minutes into it.
Yikes.
It was bad. But,
Speaking of bad, people haven't really liked this one very much.
have to concur.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
They have, you know,
Oh God.
Ant has really stuck to his guns on this, that he really likes the sculpt. He said sometimes the brown paint doesn't always translate.
It's not a color thing.
In
Just-
the pictures. But
Paint
like I don't
was
feel
a
like it's a
face
color
thing.
thing either. I think it's the sculpt.
It's the shape of his head. Like, yeah, it's not there. I'm sorry.
That's supposed to be Magic Johnson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they pulled up photos like side by side comparisons. I could see what they were going for, but they definitely missed the mark by a little bit. Yeah.
But I mean, one thing that's really great about Ant is he tends to very much listen to feedback, even though he might be sticking to his guns. He might make some changes. I think the rest of him looks really good. Like, I mean, I think the sculpt looks nice.
The pose is really good.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun pose.
Although his right arm, he looked a little over jacked there, but
I was thinking the same thing.
were you? That
Yeah.
last picture, Chris?
This one?
No, that one.
Oh, yeah, that one
No.
there. His, yeah, no.
Back.
Back one. Again.
Back, forward,
One.
back.
There.
Am I going the wrong way?
We're back at the Transformers.
Which way do I go?
Keep going. Keep going.
Right
Yeah,
there.
that one.
His right arm is like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he wasn't that
He
jacked.
was not that jacked. It wasn't Arnold
Yeah, I
magic.
was going to say, he's got some biceps there. Look at that.
No.
That's how they get him to approve the likeness. Make him look better.
Yeah, right. Make me look really strong.
Yeah.
He does a lot of dribbling.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Speaking of
Dirty
strong,
hair.
there's some Clint Eastwood.
Don't you think both of these needed more? Well, especially this one needed more definition in the hair.
So here is what I feel, and I don't know if I'm wrong or if I'm completely off base, but this piece feels like a 15-year-old Sideshow piece.
Yeah.
I wonder if they already did this and they just dusted it off and finally released it.
Could be.
Because look at don't you feel like it's just so simplified?
It
It looks like a
cartoony in
caricature
way.
of Clint Eastwood.
It does. And like the cut and sew on him, like I just feel like even like remember how Sideshow always did the round bases?
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
even
if they
round
give us
bases.
the old prices of $300-$400, then
Yeah. I feel like this reminds me of one of those old maquettes that they did from the very beginning when I started falling in love with Sideshow. That's what this feels like to me.
Yep.
which is fine. I mean, if
Oh
that's
my
the-
God, Jeff Morris nailed it. Looks like a Thunderbirds puppet. He does.
I love it, Jeff.
Yep, he nailed it.
Honestly, I don't mind it actually if that's the feel they're going for, like that older style of a statue. But
I mean, it's still good for what it is. I just feel like Jeff said, like I feel like there needed to be more detail. It just like looks like ice cream cone hair or something. Like
Yeah, right. I think the Blondie is better, but it's still not incredible.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's no doubt you can tell it's him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And Chris, Maya Curran in the chat says, "How could you have so much detail on the sweater, but not the hair?
Right.
Like you can see the fine texture in the sweater where it looks like cloth, and maybe
Yeah.
it is cloth.
It is cloth.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it's
Okay, well,
all
there's
this
your
is all
answer
cut and
tonight.
sew,
yeah, you see a little fabric pull right there.
Yeah.
which again is like the old school Sideshow, you know,
Yeah, it's cut and sew. Yeah.
cut and sew. So yeah, it's just interesting. But again, that round base like they used to do. I just wonder if they had the file, you know, from long ago.
Well, the line is selling really well. Most of them are waitlisted.
That's great. I'm glad to hear that. I mean,
All right.
he's a very popular character.
All right, guys, I got to get out of here. I got to go do some things. But congrats, Chris, on 100K
Thank you.
subscribers, and thanks everybody for joining. Put it that
Yeah,
way.
thank you again. Thank you for doing the
Thanks.
giveaway.
Thanks.
See ya.
Bye-bye. All right, we're rolling right along. We've got a 110 scale Poison Ivy. This is based on Art Germ. I've got a hit or miss. What? Go ahead, Jeff.
For 110 scale, I think it looks pretty good.
I did too. I think it's really fun. It's something different for her.
I think she looks great.
Yeah. I was just gonna say I've got a hit or miss video that's gonna come out sometime soon with my thoughts on this one. But overall, I think it's just a really nice piece.
Yeah.
I think it's like the $250 mark though.
I wonder.
Well, there's two versions.
Oh, that's right. One with the more deluxe base.
Yeah, so one's more affordable.
Yeah.
Is this their kind of their own take? She's not from some particular piece of art or something, is she?
They say specifically she's Art Germ, so I would assume this comes from
She's
something
Art
he
Germs?
did.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Art Germ.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Yeah, I like it. These are some pictures from C2E2. Ant Adams had a great booth there. So some people obviously took some photos, and I applaud him for continuing to be one of the only companies that still will do a booth.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Which is great
by
to
the way,
see.
I like that. I know that Arnold one hasn't gotten much love. I think it looks great.
Yeah, these photos look better like at the convention. Like,
I think it looks awesome.
Which again, like I always say, like these convention photos, the videos and the photos, they always look better than the studio shots. Especially the studio shots that do that awful, that black background. I hate that.
Yep.
This looks awesome.
Marcus, yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks great. They also have teased a Transformers. And then obviously the Ghostbusters as well.
Nice. Yeah, looks good.
We talked about Superman earlier. We have the LBS piece, and Jay continues to tweak, and I think he's made it a lot better. What do you guys think?
It's 1,000 times better.
Yeah,
Way
absolutely.
better.
That square face.
I was very worried about this portrait. I did not like it when he showed it printed and painted, but the new one looks fantastic.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of really, to be honest, any of the portraits, but I knew it was supposed to be like Alex Ross inspired, to where the new one looks pretty much dead on Alex Ross.
I like the younger Gary Frank inspired one. I think it's pretty good. And
Yeah, way better than what we saw from Prime 1, I think.
Yeah. So I'm really thrilled that he's done this. I'm never crazy about the super squinty-eyed Superman, but that is how Alex Ross drew him.
Yeah.
But I do wish the eyes were open more.
That's the problem. See how it translates.
Yep.
Yeah.
Once it's painted.
We'll see. I mean, that'll be what tells. But again, there's a newer render.
To me, that is classic Superman. That's really good.
That looks good.
I agree.
And if you go back to the first image that showed, so that middle image, the Alex Ross image, that's what that Prime 1 Blitzway is also based on.
Yep.
And this is so much better than that.
I think I do not
Exactly.
like that Prime 1 realistic take, whatever you want to call it. I prefer much better the Legendary Beast.
Yeah, but looking at this drawing, he is confident. He is he's super attractive.
Yeah.
And I think
I don't get that from the Prime 1. I get
no,
no,
it's gone from the Prime 1. It's
Yeah.
like someone said he looks constipated. I think that's kind of true, but it is not. It's not this image. I don't think.
No.
LBS does it much better.
I agree.
I agree too.
Yep, I was agreeing. Yep.
Chad has told me on the phone, or maybe earlier tonight, I can't remember. He said, wait till you see this printed. He said, if you think Doomsday is awesome and massive looking, like wait till you see Freeze.
Bring it.
So bring it. Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is just another one that obviously, they've teased and we didn't really talk about much earlier. This is going to have a glass dome, and they've made a few additional tweaks on him, but I think he's going to be really, really close to being ready. So can't wait to see him fully revealed.
You know what? I'm really curious. What is going to be the first Tweeterhead 1/3 scale bust that sells out day one? It's going to happen eventually. I'm really curious.
I think Riddler's got a chance.
They're very low edition size, so it's who knows.
Yep. Well, and I know at least 3 people in the chat said they ordered Superman tonight because of this show.
Right.
And so I think that,
Honestly,
especially if they can get Superman sold out, I think that's going to give him a lot of confidence. And again, we just have to continue to support him.
I'm a little worried the edition sizes are a little too small, like to where I don't know, like I said, like some of these are characters that have never been made before.
Well, it's going to make them highly collectible, Eric.
Yeah.
And Chris, from like you've been saying forever, as soon as these start landing in people's hands and they can actually see how impressive they are and people start talking about them more.
Yep.
I think that's where you have the chance for some of these pieces to sell out quick.
Absolutely. And that's why I told him, like I said, if you roll out these characters that are especially the ones that people have wanted for a long time and people understand how serious you are about doing these lines,
Yep.
that it's going to sell itself. It really is.
I think you should bump some of these to like maybe 500.
Yeah, maybe. Here's Eric's Batman. Well, actually, I'm sorry, it's Joker. It's the Joker as Batsuit.
Yeah, I'm really happy I kept this one. It's so impressive in person. Like every worry I had, not worry that I thought it was gonna be bad. I was just worried like it was gonna be too colorful. It's like one of my new favorite pieces just to stare at in my collection.
It really works, and it really works well together with the punchline and Jimenez Joker as well, color wise.
It ties like all of my pieces in together, and for me, that's what I always say. I'm not a person that cares about statues individually. I mostly care about how everything looks in a collection together. And for me, my room now I feel has that feel to where everything looks cool together.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the broken piece. That's
it, except for the broken piece. But obviously, Eric's having to deal with that, and Prime One is responding. So
they've been very good so far.
Yeah, that's great. It's a good communication from Prime One. Again, Eric was talking earlier. It's like we've all had really good luck with dealing with Prime One, and they've had great customer service. So I know sometimes you hear negativity, but obviously negativity sometimes is louder than positivity. So, Eric,
is the break as clean as it looks?
No. So luckily, a huge chunk broke off to where it captures most of the the sculpt and details. But then there was like another dozen smaller pieces.
That's the worst.
Tiny little crumbles. So
yeah.
It's not one of those things to where you could just glue it back in place. It's missing like an outline of crumbles everywhere around it. So.
That's too bad. This was a tease by JC, another third scale piece. This is obviously Shazam.
So Stuart said Billy Batson is also on that base.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Oh, you can see the hands back here.
Yep.
I didn't even notice that. Okay, that's interesting.
So I'm going to answer Ben Hizzle's question really quick. So Prime One did offer me a replacement base, but they're worried that the base might not fit, the rest of the character with fitment issues. So they actually offered if they do find another base, that they would actually try to work out something to where they replace the whole entire statue. So far they've been very good, at doing something, fixing the issue. So we'll see what happens.
This is the Wonder Woman also teased now. This looks like it's printed from Legendary Beast. What do you think?
This is a new portrait.
This
is a George Perez Wonder Woman portrait that Jerry Bourne recommended that Jay do, and Jay did it. So thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, it looks great.
What's fun, if we go back to Prime One, I don't even have to see the Prime One Wonder Woman. I already could tell this is going to be better.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's perfect. He just keeps nailing these pieces.
Yeah.
Look at the body sculpt here. It's really nicely done.
Yep. I can't wait.
Beautiful. Nightmare fuel.
What bugs me is there are collectors getting this and they're posting pictures and they absolutely love it. And
yeah,
I don't get it.
I don't get it. I mean, do they not know what Henry Cavill looks like? I mean,
no comment.
I don't know. I feel bad even saying it because it's so expensive, and I know that they're super excited, but I don't see Henry Cavill in this.
I mean, it looks good. It just doesn't look like him.
I show my wife her like what do they call it, like
Hall pass
is Henry Cavill,
right?
Well, not this one.
And because clearly I look so much like him, and but I showed her this and she said, "What the hell is this?"
It's your Hall pass.
And she is a big Henry Cavill fan, so yeah,
it just isn't.
It just isn't.
No.
So I guess pretty quick we're going to see their redo of the Chris Reeve portrait. I'm curious how that's going to work out.
I'll give it a chance.
Yeah.
And again, I will say again that J&D does tend to look better in person. But I just,
You know what?
this right here,
I've seen 3 or 4 of them. They kind of look the same to me as the pictures. To me,
well, it's,
maybe I'm grumpy. I don't know.
no, I mean, it just is what it is, right?
Yeah.
This was some in-hand photos of that little Batman. Well, he's 3rd scale. I can't remember what the name of him was, but he's from the metal line. But I thought this was interesting. They did black foam pieces.
Wow.
So that's different
That's very different.
for Prime 1.
Wow.
Which is, if people aren't familiar with it, it's a little bit softer than the white foam.
It almost
definitely
looks like
slots off
this is what customs do. Like they do these big blocks of, box of foam like this.
It doesn't crumble.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't crumble.
People that don't collect customs. So the black foam is way different than the white. Like the white foam's your typical hard foam. It crumbles, to where the black foam has a little bit of a flex to it. It doesn't crumble.
Yeah, I like the black.
So I don't know which is better, but
I guess we'll see if there's a lot of these broken. It's a smaller piece. This was teased since our last show, a Sideshow original, which is really cool. I think this is really fun.
Sure.
I think we saw well, maybe we talked about this last show. Maybe we did.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
So it's weird because didn't Tweeterhead tease one?
yeah,
A Krampus?
I think so. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens there. This was some in-hand photos of the Bane. I have not ordered this one yet. Do you guys think I should?
It looks better here. I like it here. I would, if I could fit this in my collection, I would order it. But you do
Dan,
have a
what's
really
it-
cool 1/3.
Do you have a
says you?
personally? I like it, and I'm not one that has to have throne pieces because it's a throne piece, but I think he looks good seated in the chair, and I like the position that they put him in. It looks like a commanding position. He looks like a boss. I personally don't care about the Thomas Wayne or the other character behind him. That's just me. I mean, he looks good, but I wouldn't buy him. I really don't like the pose at all. But
It's pretty stiff.
yeah, it's pretty stiff, man. Eesh. He looks like
Kind
an
of looks
action figure.
I was just gonna say it looks like a Kenner action figure blown up.
Yep.
No love for Psycho Pirate.
There's
No
no love.
for the
I don't know who the hell he is.
Well,
But, I do like.
I was like, yeah.
He's been around since the Golden Age. He's been around for a long time.
Long time.
Yeah, I could care less about the other two. The Bane looks good, but the question would be like, does he pair well with the rest of your collection? Like,
Right.
where do you put him?
Exactly. And I think he's going to be really a big, massive base. I'm just not sure if he'll fit.
Yeah.
This was also some in-hand photos of their what is this New 52 Batman
Yep, Rebirth.
or Rebirth? Yeah, I'm sorry, Rebirth Batman.
Like it, but
I kind of like the purple cape.
it's
Kind of something different.
Yeah, it's fine.
But
I'm
I
a big
don't.
fan of the purple cape. I love the sculpt of Batman. I'm just a little lost of what's going on behind him. I can never seem to find the perfect angle to figure out what's going on behind him.
Cemetery with the.
I know, but I feel like it just gets like kind of lost back there. Like, it's
Yeah.
weird.
He's on top. To me, it looks like he's on top of like a mausoleum. Like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I think.
I like the idea of it. I just feel like it doesn't flow like with the behind him.
There's like an energy missing from it. Like
Yeah.
all the good Batman elements are there, but I don't know.
Something weird about it. Oh.
Agreed.
This was some in production of the Last of Us.
Mhm.
So that will be shipping soon if you're somebody that ordered that.
Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching today, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button right here on the screen and check out these 2 awesome videos. I think you're going to love them. And also please join us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I would love to have you join in all the fun. Thank you guys so very much for watching. See you in the Batcave.